Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I've got the UV combo, which is particularly unbingo-y. And I've also got the Y. I don't think I can get rid of all of them, but what I can do is play Vayli for 30. Pretty good. I have Raguse. Will that play? Vayli doesn't take anything before or after it, so I don't think it does play at the moment. What else do I have? Any 8s through the floaters? Not seeing anything through the V. How about the E? Outrages, yes. How about the I? Could be something here, very bingo-y set. And opponent blocks that. Vide takes an I in front and I don't have one. So, how about the L? Again, looks promising. Not seeing anything. And the Y? No. So, how frustrating. No F4 Raguse. And nothing through the available floaters. Have I considered the I? No, and then there's the V. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything. I've got no scoring tiles. Does Raguse have an anagram? Don't think so. I've got the OUS ending with Grat. I'm still looking at this L as a possibility, but I'm not seeing anything. I've got out as a prefix. No. So, what to do here? And what about this I front hook for Vide? Not sure there's very much I can do about that. Considering the Y for a bingo, but not seeing anything. If I did have a bingo beginning out, it would play, but I haven't seen an anagram of Raguse. Okay, do I have anything down from the V? I haven't got any scoring tiles on my rack, so I'm trying to get value from the ones on the board. And I'd also like to get rid of the U. No, not seeing anything which gets rid of the U. So what I could do is just play Guy, keeping a decent 5-letter set and not giving much away and hampering the I front hook for Vide. That's 7 points. That's 9 points and probably hampers it a bit more. I'm going with this. Great, surely I am bingoing now. But am I? I have rations and Aroints. So Aroints plays in rows E, G and I. So I am bingoing. And look at this, just 4 points for opponent. Fantastic. So where is best? No, well, I do have an I for Vide, so row E is a double lane. This rack plus a U, Sutorian, and Rainouts. Gosh, not a million miles away, but they don't fit. So, what about column 5 through Vide? Unlikely. How about column 8, beginning or ending in Y? Very high probability set of tiles. Not seeing a bingo with the Y. So I do have Aroints in rows G and I. They don't score very much. Not seeing anything through the V. What about, well, through the U I've considered both possibilities. What about through the T? This would be a much better play than the ones I've considered. Strontia. Yeah. Strontia, that's good for 68. And, well, not a great rack. Not a great rack, because I have no bingo and I have no scoring tiles, so I'm going to struggle to score with this rack. However, I've got a good lead, and this rack should be fairly easy to sort out. Ida is good, E-I-D-E. So is Diene. Now, do I have anything down from the V? Again, looking at the scoring tiles on the board. Not sure I do. Well, I have veined. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not putting a vowel next to a premium square. Retains 2 vowels, which is potentially problematic. So a play of Ida would certainly be better. And that currently plays in row E under Strontia. I'm just wondering about the hooks at the end of Strontia. Possibly N, possibly S. Not sure of either. Given that I have a lead, a play of, oh wow, look at that, fantastic bingo by opponent, 70 points. I don't have the tiles to respond with a bingo of my own, and my Ida spot has been taken. However, I do have quite a nice play here. I have Edenic for 27. Wow, look at this, setting up massive X spots. Well, the first one is a massive X spot. So what is the anagram of Edenic? I think it's in seed, and that doesn't get tripled. Okay, well, I'm creating 2 hotspots, although the second one isn't available for an X. It is available for one of the Fs. I'm going with this. Wow, again, I dodge the scoring tiles, which can be a good thing if you have a bingo. But I'm not seeing a 7 with this rack. Could there be an 8? I don't think violined is good. What else is available? L doesn't look promising. How about the A? No, not seeing anything there. Again, this will be a fairly easy rack to sort out. So I can place my D under the E of Edenic, getting rid of the X danger. Wow, look at that, back-to-back bingos for opponents. And quite a few floaters to consider. So I have lionized through the S. Great, I am replying with a bingo. Is there something better? There's a double lane in row K. So this rack plus an E, 5 vowels, not seeing one. And how about the T? Wow, could be a bingo here, but I'm not seeing it. Certainly a row M bingo would provide less for opponent than row N. Row N is going to open up the triple word squares at the bottom of the board. 13 minutes on my clock. Well, I think I do play lionized. But is there an anagram of lionized which gets doubled? Let me put this back. Is there really just the solitary bingo with this rack plus an S? What else could there be? Well, even if the S were at the end of the word, it wouldn't get doubled. So I'm going with lionized for 61. Wow, another rack, mainly vowels, but I do now have a scoring tile, which doesn't go underneath either of the vowels in Edenic. Alb, A-L-B-E-E would sort the rack out. Just 2 E's to come, so I can certainly afford to retain 2. Now, what about the bottom of the board? Lionized has provided access to 2 triple word squares, and opponent can't take both of them. So what do I have bottom right? Any of my vowels can go under the D. L can go under the E. But no, I have nothing. Only an A can go underneath the L. Wow. Abil is the anagram of the other word I said, Albi. And both of those play in row B and take out the X danger. Look at this, just 1 point between us. And opponents played. Great, so that 1 point between us is after opponents played. Wow, so he's left, this is a wide open board. So what to do? I'm quite tempted by Albi. I really want to sort this rack out quickly. Do I have anything through the W? Weeble I don't think is good. What about the bottom of the board? No, I don't think so. So this is what I'm thinking of. Albi for 22. Yeah, and this is such a huge wide open board. Look at row K with this double-double. All the triple word squares in the bottom row and the right-hand column. And I'm clocking up a miserly 22 points. So B. Lee is good. Well, wouldn't that be better? Slightly better rack leave. Although there are 4 A's to come. But this is better. Can this play anywhere else? 10 minutes on my clock, 38 tiles to come. I'm going with this. Wow. Okay, well, I don't have a bingo, but I do have scoring tiles. And there are loads of triple word squares around the board. So my Y can go, great, just 33 for opponent. My Y can go underneath the N. Just wondering if I can get my P doubled. PA or PO. No, I don't think I can. So I don't think I can play off the P and the Y. Which is a shame, unless I come down here. Well, this is quite nice because I get rid of the U as well. And although vowel heavy, this is a fairly bingo-y set of tiles. What is this costing me? If I played just OY, for example, 32 points. So I'm not sacrificing many points by playing vertically rather than horizontally. What about a play in row O? Playing off the P and the Y. Let me just put this back. I have time. Not seeing anything. And what about bottom right, playing off the P and the Y? No, certainly puny gets rid of all my problem tiles. I could play peony. That would retain the U, but there's a U to come. Let me check the remaining vowels. 13 out of 37, slightly vowel dry, so this is fine. I am going with this. And I draw the X, having taken out the super hot X spot. And non-bingo-y, wow. And no Y for Oryx. 32 for opponent. So, where can I play the X? I've got XI. I've got OX in column 11. Underneath the I isn't an X spot. Ah, wow, yes. I have something quite nice here. I have Oryxa for 62. And I draw the final blank with a pretty decent set of tiles. I have roofia and roofies on my rack. Do they play anywhere? And look at this, the I front hook for Vide still stands, even though that was played so early. And I would have had XI and Vide there last turn, but Arixa certainly scores more. So, am I bingoing with this rack? Just looking in column 12, Odo not good, otherwise Roofies would have played in that spot. Nothing with the Q. Any 7-letter lanes, nothing goes in front of Puny. Puny has taken out the double-double lane in row K. D is available, but I'm going to have to put an A or an E after Ode. Wow, nearly, well, I have 2 O's. I was thinking of Foderi, but the D's in the wrong spot. B is available. Wow, 7 minutes on my clock, 16 tiles to come. Is there a lane I'm missing? Anything beginning with E or A? No. JA doesn't go well with F. O bar is good. So this is quite nice because look at this, 29 points of score, which will give me about a 50 or 60 point lead. And look at this rack leave. This is a super promising rack leave. Even provides the potential of bingoing with the Q. Yep, I am going with this. So I draw an S. This is a super bingo-y rack. Do I have a playable bingo? Although the board looks wide open, there aren't that many lanes, and in particular there are no 7-letter lanes. Or just the one in column 12 with a big overlap. Now, 51 for opponent, which is a good score. Opponent has created a 7-letter lane, starting next to A or N. C doesn't really work for 2-letter plays, so it would need to go at the end. Not seeing anything there. So, what about the B? So, yes, what about Cribbers? I think Cribbers is good. Is there a better lane? No, I'm not seeing any alternative spots. This gets the C tripled. Cribbers for 67. Fantastic. And I draw scoring tiles, which is a welcome sight when you're trying to hold on to a lead. Just one tile in the bag. An opponent may have the Z. Oh, wow, look at this. ZE spot. But I don't think opponent can play twice. Play it to score twice. Now, opponent's played Tsar, B14. He's emptied the bag. So, yeah, if opponent bingos, he wins. Is he going to bingo with this rack? He may have perfects on his rack. Not sure if that is valid. I think perfect is, and it may take an S, but there's nowhere for it. There's P and A together. I don't think opponent's got anything there. There's the S. No, I'm not seeing anything. F and P aren't particularly great together. 5 minutes on my clock. So, oh wow. Yes, I've got a nice play down here. I have Hakim for 54. So 54 would take me to 465. 83 point lead. I would lose to a bingo. But I'm only going to block a bingo I can see. Perfects is the only possible 7. Is that playable anywhere? I don't think it is. So, does opponent have an 8? Ending in P? No. Ending in M? No, surely this is good enough. And am I going to go out with MR? I have arm through the A of Quango. I have in column 11, so yes I am. Right, now let's see what's opponent's going to do. Where is the lane that I've missed? And wow, look at this, 15 minutes on opponent's clock, so I don't know how much of that he's going to use. He's certainly been playing pretty quickly so far. Yeah, he has not decided to take the time looking for a bingo. I suspect there simply wasn't one. So I'm thinking of for 18, M and R. I've got plenty of time. I'm just going to squiz down the board for a better spot. Perm is good, but I'm trying to beat 18. 3 minutes on my clock. M and R. That's where I've played it. I would also have Pram for 16, but this scores more. Yeah, not seeing anything better, so for 18. And the final score, 405 for opponent, 499 for me, a winning margin of 94 points, so a huge, huge win. Let's see what I missed. Wow, what a game. And could I have got to 500 at the end? So it was me to go first, and I played Vayli, and I could have played Levity for 2 more points, and probably not worth doing. An extra floater is worth about 2 points on the opening move of the game as a rule of thumb, and TU is a better rack leave than you, so I'm happy with Vayli. Opponent's rack plays Vide for 8, so didn't have an extra eye at this point, and could have got 22 for Vended. So my rack, and there is a bingo through the Y, grey out. Wow, well done if you spotted that. I missed it. Not an easy one to see, but it was there, and it's fairly high probability. But no other bingos. Out Vide available for 22. So I play Vug for 9, keeping a pretty decent set, which I think compares favourably with the non-bingos. Opponent plays Tug. Now I do have a bingo. I have Strontia, D6. That was my play. And Aroint's the only other playable bingo. Great rack for opponent. Plays Co-Attend. And now I have Edenic for 27, but D-Ice. Interesting, that would have been better. It's the same score, and the rack leave is slightly better. Wow, look at this for a 7-tile random pickup. Absolutely fantastic. And opponent spots the only playable bingo, which, although it's high probability, is not an easy one to see. Now, I have Lionized. I thought there was another bingo, but there wasn't. And I lead by 40. Opponent plays Jaw. And, well, I don't think 4 E's is the best rack leave. So, what do? I play Billy, B11, for 22, J11. I'll be playable in column 11, parallel to 1 beats for about 5 more points. Yep, a better play. Not a nice rack for opponent. Plays Howl. And I thought about Peony, but that retained the U. 011 Rupee, getting rid of U, P, and Y for 39. I think I would have played that if I'd seen it. I don't think Puny is too far away, but Rupee would have been better. Opponent gets rid of the Q. And now I have Orixa for 62, which was a bingo-y score, and gave me a 50-point lead. Opponent plays Wag, and now Well, I'm not in a great position. I lead by less than 30, but I do have the blank. No bingo here, and I play oof for 29. A1, I could have played 4 in the same spot for 6 more points. Yeah, but EIR blank is that 6 points better than IO blank? Yes, it is. IO blank, the blank's worth 25 to 30. I probably helps it, but O drags it back, so overall that could be about probably between 20 and 25. But blank EIR, all of these tiles help each other, so I think this is pushing 35, so I think there could be a 10-point difference in rack lead values and only a 6-point score difference, so I like my play. Nice rack for opponent, close to a bingo, but gets a decent score with Quango. Now, here we go. I play cribbers, and all of the other bingos were through this B, which shows how tight this board is, although it appears to be wide open. What else was available? Cribros and Scribers. And cribbers scores the most because the C gets tripled. So I lead by 80. There's only one tile in the bag. Wow, 011 fezzes in my rupee spot. Interesting. That would have taken opponent to 401. I wouldn't have had the Hakim play. It would have been tight. Now, what do I have here? Well, Hakim, nothing else comes close, so I think that's fine. No bingo for opponent. Plays Nep. And finally, for 18 is best. So, what a game. Absolutely fantastic fun. Nearly 500 points and a margin of victory approaching 100. So, absolutely cracking fun. Many thanks to opponent for a great battle. I hope you enjoyed watching that game. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.